I might just be a little drunk right now. That didn't help at all.
We're live, by the way.
Hey,
Welcome to the row. As you can hear, the vibes are high. It's Saturday. Yankee playoff baseball, college fucking football, NFL slate tomorrow. We're here. Rangers got hammered today. Josh Hart's already hurt. We're here, boys. Welcome to the podcast. Appreciate you coming on. That champ thing, you might as well just take it away now with your 1-3 ass squad at this point. I don't know what to tell you, but that's how you feeling, bro?
all we ever heard, though, before he won his second championship was how Casey was 1-3 the year he won, so you never know.
He's got high scores. He's got high scores.
I think I'm third most in the league.
Yeah.
With points?
He also said that my score was low last week, and then I ultimately scored more than him.
I saw you had 80. You guys still had like 4 players to go. I was like, yeah.
Hotz was clamping at the bit. The moment his points went over, he's like, up, receipt.
They're like, oh, Hotz wins with 80 points. Hotz wins with 100 points. I would have won the most points if I didn't make a shitty kicker sub last minute.
Who ended up getting most points last week?
Joey.
Oh, yeah.
This kid, dude, without an RB2. That's fucking crazy.
I fucking traded Diggs this week before I knew Hubbard was going to be out, so I might have kicked myself in the fucking teeth of there, cut my nose off to spite my face. But
I think Diggs turns up the second half of the year. Actually, he's starting to trend a little bit.
But so was Pitts, and I'm like, I'm done with this fucking tight end limbo, Amari Gadsden.
It's nice, man. I think he's like 4th in yards, like 5th in touchdowns receiving for tight ends. Like in terms of like target share, it's really good. Like,
and I have Rice coming back in a couple of weeks. That's what I was thinking.
True.
Drake May over Penis Jr.
Yeah, that's true. Drake May's a baller.
But welcome to the row. Obviously, you guys can see we have a nice special guest on for today. But let's get into. I want to talk about what you were talking about offline about this kid on Baylor, Hotz, your boy.
Oh yeah, no, this is basically just my Bryson Daly of this year. Sawyer Robertson. He's the best quarterback in college football, in my opinion. 6'4", 230 quarterback at Baylor.
Josh Allen raw like that.
But I mean, Big 12 is still even a little better than Wyoming. You know, it's not Big 10, but like people clamor about Drew Aller. He's got Drew Aller size, and he's slinging. He's got 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. You know, I think about 2,000 and 2,100 yards already. You know, with a long season ago, and he's a baller. And Baylor continues to win. I have him to win the Heisman at 80-1. Him to win the Davey O'Brien at 11-1. Him to win, Baylor to win the conference at 8-1. That was a big win today. If they lose that game,
that's a big win today.
Yeah, if they lose that game today, they're basically dead in the conference.
What's their record in the conference now? 3-1.
2-1.
2-1.
So it would have been 1-2 in the conference if they lose that. So
they're live.
Texas Tech is really good, so it'll be tough, but.
Nice. Well, we got some other big college upset alerts right now. Florida's beating Texas 19-7. UCLA is hammering Penn State 24-7. And they just held them in the red zone. Maybe Penn State goes for the 4th and 2. But
again, Drew Aller sucks.
Yeah, you've been on that tick. Virginia is a tough team, man. They just play hard every week. It seems like they bring lunch pail team. It seems like.
The
really
one game they lost all year cost me the parlay in Vegas. I showed Casey when I had Baylor, Iowa State, and Virginia, and they lost at the last minute. The quarterback Chandler Morris threw an interception, and they were in the red zone to go try to win the game. And that's the one game they lost all year was when I had them to close a parlay 50-1, 400.
Damn, ouch. That's an ouchie. But
Baylor
nice.
Came back.
Cool team. Virginia's a cool team. But let's get into the slate. I wanna talk about the Sunday slate. A lot of trappy lines this week. I was looking through it already. Really weird slate, to be honest. We can get into it though. I want to talk about the game. I think is this game in London? Like, where is this game? The Minnesota.
It is in London.
Yeah. So Minnesota at Cleveland. Ton of injuries for the Vikings. Donovan Jackson on the offensive line. Juergens is out. Ryan Kelly is out. 3 starting offensive linemen. McCarthy's going to be out again.
Is O'Neal out too?
Brian O'Neal is questionable. Is he out? No, he's out. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Brian O'Neal is also out. Wow. 3 offensive linemen and the backup as well. at guard is also out. I think they're starting their left
They
guard.
almost had to start a tight end. They almost had to put a tight end in last week to play tackle.
Yeah, they're a mess. It's crazy. And they're playing the Cleveland Browns, who have the number one run.
Yeah, we saw what the Steelers did to them last week with the Browns defensive line. They could be in big trouble. This
could be big trouble. It could be a Carson Wentz experience game, as we know. Van Ginkel's also going to be out again. And the line is super, super friendly to me. How is Minnesota favored -3.5 in this game?
Because Dylan Gabriel is starting.
I think that's a good point, and also that they've been in, overseas for the past week. They stayed there, so they don't have to worry about traveling.
This is Minnesota you're talking about.
Minnesota played in Ireland last weekend, and now they're playing in England.
That's a good take. So the time difference doesn't matter to them.
The Browns have to go there and adjust. They probably flew out Thursday or Friday.
I also saw Miles was day-to-day, but he said he went into the media and he was like, "Fuck you, I'm playing. Like, you guys don't talk about me." Like,
yeah, I mean, it definitely is. There's credence to, Dylan Gabriel playing, and the Vikings defense is good too. I mean, the under I think was like 36.5 last I looked. Let me bring it up.
I would alt that up a little bit and then take the under.
36.5. Yeah, 36.
It's 36. I got 36.5 on DraftKings and Vikings -3.5. So I mean, 36.5 is low, but I could also easily see this game being 14-10.
100%. It's going to be, you talk about putting on a performance for our international fans out here. This is dog shit. If you don't know what defensive football is, this is dog shit because all these guys like scoring, but they watch soccer, so they don't even know what scoring is. But what I'll say is that I think I'm leaning towards the Browns. Big Judkins game. This kid's a stud. I think it's just going to be they're going to keep Gabriel in chains the whole game. They're not going to let him get too loosey-goosey. Maybe some Dylan Sampson show. As well, even though I'm not going to start him, I could see him hijacking something, just from the check down world. A lot of Fannin. Maybe this is Jermaine's week where Fannin gets like a 5+ catch game. If I see Fannin on Jermaine's bench, I'm going to be really upset. It's just going to be a lot of dink and dumps. It's the only way you're going to
stop bringing up Fannin. I mean, Jermaine
every pod
is still starting the kicker on the worst offense in football. Like, Jermaine's just a bad fantasy player. Brock Purdy's out. Instead of putting him on the DL spot or IL spot, he just puts him on the bench and just takes away a bench spot from his team when he needs to get a quarterback and a defense in. Like, he's just a bad player. That's all.
That's a fact. That's where we've arrived.
You're bad.
Yeah, just bad versus bad, just beating yourself. And
yeah, you're not unlucky. You're just a bad player. I'm sorry.
What are you guys thinking for this game? -3.5. You gonna fade? You leaning in with the Vikings here?
I mean, I might just have to fucking take the under and hold my nose. I mean, if I'm betting anything on this game, it's the under, and I'm hoping there's no interception return for a touchdown or punt return for a touchdown or.
You sitting Jerry Jeudy in this game if you're a Jerry Jeudy owner? How's that for a question?
I don't know. I mean, are you really that down on Dylan Gabriel versus Joe Flacco? Like, it's not like Flacco is fucking Mahomes,
Flacco's been really bad this year. I feel like he's been throwing like 2 picks a game at least. So I don't know. We haven't seen any sample size of Dylan Gabriel, so we don't really know what he's gonna do.
And we talked about that, John, with these guys that don't have tape. I love talking about it. That's my favorite comment. These guys that don't have tape.
Because you don't watch college football.
College to me versus the professional Stefanski offense or whatever they got going on over there is just like.
But it's still tape, So
it's something.
I still think that's like the worst team to play, like for a rookie quarterback, is to go against the Vikings and just like
this 3 offensive linemen
packages.
But the sad thing is that I would take the Browns D against Wentz like more than the Vikings D against Gabriel.
Carson Wentz experience is crazy. Just go to YouTube and type in Carson Wentz experience, and the game from last week is insane. Just last week, he's throwing the ball sidearm while getting tackled, like barely making the line.
Especially with no offensive line.
He's a fucking maniac, dude.
They have ostensibly a backup offensive line, like a preseason third quarter offensive line.
He won a Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, in 2012.
He play the playoff game, dude.
I mean, he's well rested, man.
Yeah.
He didn't play in a playoff game that year. It was all Big Dick Foles. The guy was out.
No. He's talking about Flacco.
No. I thought you were talking about Wentz.
Oh, yeah, no, Wentz.
Didn't Wentz win a Super Bowl?
He won the Super Bowl on the sidelines, but he was out that year, Week 14. He was this MVP.
Yeah, he was,
year,
he was on the injured reserve. Nick Foles through the Philly
Nick
special.
Foles through Week 15, 16, and then in the playoffs throughout.
Yeah, Nick Foles had like the best performance in the Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, it's insane. Crazy. He threw a touchdown to Kenneth Gainwell, I think.
No, Kenneth Gainwell wasn't even.
Or who was not the Kenneth Gainwell? Who was the
Corey
backup?
Clement.
Corey Clement. Nice pull. That guy. Yeah, the backup running back in the back of the end zone. I remember that dime he threw. That was nuts.
And fucking Alshon Jeffrey, and then Trey Burton threw the touchdown to Nick Foles.
Yep, on the Philly special. Yep.
And Brady had 500 yards that game and still lost.
Crazy. I mean, this game's a fade probably. Alt it up a little bit to maybe 40 points and just take the under and close your eyes.
I don't
know. But I got the Browns in this game winning the game. There's just no way. They're going to destroy that offensive line. There's no way Carson Wentz is going to survive.
I don't think
Jordan Mason owners, hold your breath.
I don't think I could bet a side, but I think I have to say, like, the Vikings just being overseas, I think it's going to mean more than what people think.
Being beat up, maybe.
I mean, they also have good offensive players. Like, you have Justin Jefferson, you have Jordan Addison back, and Jordan Mason is good. Like,
it's tough without a line, though. It's tough, and a quarterback. You know?
Yeah, it's like saying I have really nice tires and really nice panels on the side of my car, but I don't have a fucking engine. It's just
we saw this with the Steelers into them last week. You know, like that's what I'm gauging it off.
Yeah, rims on a go-kart.
The Browns defense are good for 4 or 5 sacks minimum, I think.
All right, let's move on to an exciting
Unless
game.
Unless the Vikings can run the ball, and if they can run the ball, then it's a different
CJ
game.
Ham, also the fullback, is questionable too. Just like a mess. This Minnesota.
We don't need Ham.
Yeah,
he's like their fullback that, in like I formation shit, whatever. Just extra blockers. I'm just thinking
like
extra blockers.
8 snaps a game, maybe.
Yeah. Let's move to the game that Hotz will actually be attending in person. I don't know why he would have subject himself to this, but Dallas Cowboys at the Jets. Dallas Cowboys are favored -2.5 last I've checked. Trappy as fuck line. Let's go through the Cowboys injuries. Tyler Guyton, Tyler Booker, CeeDee Lamb, Kavontae Turpin, Malik Hooker, all out. Nealand, Mingo, Kenneth Murray, Miles Sanders, Tyler Smith, all questionable. For the Jets side, I believe, what's his name? Sorry, the backup running back, Braylon Allen, is going to be out.
Yeah, he's on IR. He's definitely out.
He's on IR officially. Michael Carter, their nickel corner, is going to be out on a concussion, and and that's it really. Jermaine Johnson, the rotational edge, is questionable. It's about it for the Jets. This is a trappy line. I'll be clear. Obviously, the Jets are a weird offense. Number one, they beat themselves constantly. I think they had 12 plus penalties the last 2 weeks straight. They obviously, I think Breece Hall is not reliable too. That's another part of this. But at the same time, the Cowboys are so fucking beat up right now. So I don't know. This is a weird line. Again, this is one of those trappy lines of the week that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, no, I got the Cowboys already bet down to 1.5. So I guess, and then also over under 47.5. I do think both teams will score. Dak seems dialed in. Without BB, Booker, and Guyton, Brock Hoffman, Bass, and Nate Thomas isn't much of a drop off. Like, Nate Thomas might take Guyton's job or Terrence Steele's job by the end of the year. In the middle, Brock Hoffman and Bass are very good backups in the NFL. The Cowboys draft well at O-line. And the Jets just are kind of a mess in coverage. Linebackers besides Quincy Williams are kind of a mess. And same with the Cowboys. I was talking to my boss about the game, and I'm like, I just think, watching Hurts run week 1, I think Fields will have some success just taking off. He's like, well, Fields stinks. I'm like, he does. He's like, they'll just put a spy on him. And I'm like, whoever's going to spy him will just get juked out. Whether that's Sanborn, I guess if Murray plays, Leah Fowles kind of a dummy. We just don't have competent linebackers at this point, NFL competent inside linebackers, and they're basically the running backs of defense at this point. They're the lowest paid guys. They're looked at don't use a high draft pick on them. And it's okay, do that and then see what happens when they're basically the abdomen of the defense. They transfer the power from the lower body, which is the D-line, to the upper body, which is the secondary. The linebackers are the abdomen of the defense. You know, the core. Even
The
better.
solar plexus.
Protects the heart. They protect the heart. Protect the heart.
But my point being is like that you need that middle, or else none of it works. You need the guys who can make the tackles in the hole. If your D linemen free up your linebackers to make tackles for 1 or 2 yard gains in the hole, and then they miss the tackle or get run over for another 4 or 5 yards, nothing works.
I agree. The trunk is a very important part.
I think Casey, our resident medical professional on the pod today. But I also would say about this game is that skill position players wise, I lean very much towards the Cowboys. Jake Ferguson's having a great year. George Pickens seems to find is finding his niche in that offense. I think the teams are in a way similar. What really separates them for me is Dak Prescott versus Justin Fields. And that's like the main thing. Like Dak Prescott seems to be playing with some good poise this year. And also the corners there's a rookie corner, I believe, that's going to play this week for the Cowboys. I've been hearing some good things about. I forget his name, but
Sharon Revell.
Apparently he's
Carolina.
Yeah, he's apparently has some promise, I've been reading. So if he shows some signs, that's good. With Bland and then Diggs, I just feel like the Cowboys have a little bit too much, and that'll take them home. And plus, the Cowboys' kicking game is going to really be important in this game, and they have the best kicker in football. So that also, to me, plays well. So I got the Cowboys covering in this game.
And the one thing I'll say is that the Cowboys, it's a road game, but there'll be 60% Cowboys fans in that stadium this week.
No question. Maybe more. Yeah. It'll be loud. What do you think?
There's a ton of New Jersey Cowboys fans. The Jets are basically dead in the water. I think there will be a lot, like I said, 60-40 Cowboys fans in that stadium. So when the Jets have a third down, like it'll be loud, like for them to get the snap off. Louder than the Cowboys on third down.
This game, these are just two teams that beat themselves, in my opinion. I think it's kind of a toss-up. I actually like the Jets to win, just because I actually think Breece Hall's been pretty decent, and with Braylon Allen out, I think he actually was like super viable.
Yeah, I mean it's not a hot take. They're only plus 105. You know, like it's pretty much a pick'em game.
Like you have Garrett, you have Breece, but other than that, like I don't really know who. I mean, Pickens and Ferguson.
Like Breece, though, man. Like Breece has 0 touchdowns on the season, 2 games under 30 yards rushing. It's just like.
I mean, but if you give him the attempts, like
but
he's
the Cowboys,
the attempts are there. You're right.
Like he's not like he's a good player.
He's a volume guy, though. You got to keep giving him the ball.
I think Fields is going to take off for at least one big run. Like I think I'm more worried about Fields, and if they start running like a smart like. It's about if the Jets will play that ground game that Casey's talking about, because I think they could have success handing to Breece Hall, running this option with Fields, and then
the Cowboys got fast linebackers though. That's like almost like plays into the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys are not necessarily the most physical linebacking team; they're a speed more linebacking team to me. Like I don't know. I feel like it plays into their hand the idea that Fields runs in a sense versus like.
I don't know. You watched the first game. Hurts was just fucking. That's how they won the game. Hurts just running the ball.
You guys were in that game the whole game. But CeeDee Lamb makes a catch. You guys win that game.
Also had CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. But CeeDee Lamb's also not playing this game to make the.
Really is the most fraudulent team.
Right, but the Eagles are also way better than. I'm just saying. I'm worried about Justin Fields taking off because our linebackers aren't good. At
the one thing,
closing distance.
The one thing I will say that I'm actually kind of excited for is I think this is Jaden Blue's first active game. I mean, let's see what he's about. I mean, like he's had a lot of hype. I mean,
if Miles Sanders is out, I might have to start Blue in Dynasty. We'll talk about
Sanders, I'm pretty sure he hasn't practiced all week. Like I have him in one of the leagues, and I don't think he's playing. And Jaden Blue is active, so I don't see him. I mean, obviously Javonte Williams is the guy there, but I mean, Jaden Blue, like he gets some opportunities, and he has potential for big playability. He might be able to make a little splash, make something happen.
But I also wouldn't be shocked if it's like last minute Phil Maffa ends up being the guy who's like the spell back, you know? Like,
yeah, I mean, but you know, like nice to see.
It's hard to start him in fantasy, I guess is my point. I would be excited to see Blue,
but Casey's like,
from
you know, like 5
everything
attempts, and then that 5th attempt is just like a 60-yard scamper or something crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he hasn't.
He does have burner speed.
Practice in camp, and you know, yeah, he's fast.
He's fast as fuck. You just get him the ball in space and maybe make a block or two out there with, you know, get one of these, you know, these wide receivers to just make a good block, and he just gets released. Like Jets beat themselves constantly. So
I think everyone thought Jaden Blue was going to be the starting running back here. Like nobody expected Javonte Williams to be this good.
I don't think
not this good. I think people gave Jaden Blue a shot of taking over, but I think it was mostly more like how I looked at it when I was talking about it. I was like, he reminds me of like maybe like a Tariq Cohen or Javid Best, like a second back, but who's very, you know, fantasy relevant. So catch 60 passes, you know, like out of the backfield and have 600 receiving yards and then 300 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. Like I looked at him as a back who was more of a receiving back.
Yeah, third down back.
Yeah. But a productive one, you know?
Yeah, he's another weapon in the arsenal. The idea with the Cowboys, if they had CD, like they would it's just like Javonte, bruising kind of guy. Javonte's surprised everyone. He's been excellent this year. He's been great. And, you know, short of that fumble the other day, like
even with the injuries, their offensive line is good. They're well coached. Yeah. They're big.
And Javonte coming out was a lottery. Was he a lottery pick coming out?
No, not a lottery. Maybe like 2nd round, I want to say.
He definitely was touted in Denver to be a guy at one point or another. Like,
and he's only 25.
He's not an old player. It's just like he's got so many injuries on his deck. So it's like, you know, whatever. But enjoy the game, John. I'm sure it'll be a barn burner. Yeah.
No, I think it will. I think it'll. I mean, that 47.5 over's high, but
it should be fun at least. It's not going to be a boring game. I'll say that. It should be fun. Maybe get a nice George Pickens bomb in that game, because Sauce Gardner's the most fraudulent corner in football. But we'll see what happens there. Moving on, another trappy game. It's just trap lines all week this week. Houston Texans favored on the road at the Baltimore Ravens. Houston's -2.5. Cooper Rush, Mr. Cush, starting the game. It looks like they're going to sit probably Lamar for this week, maybe even next week into the bye. We'll see what they do. Marlon Humphrey, his calf, looking like he's going to be out. Patrick Ricard, Roquan Smith, all out. Kyle Hamilton, questionable. Owe, their fucking guy that had 10+ sacks last year. Ronnie Stanley, questionable. The Ravens are fucked up is the word I would use in the injury list. It's crazy. They have like 7 players, starters that are trending, maybe being out.
This is my under of the week. 40.5, slam the under. Texans defense has been really good.
Really good.
And
Woody Marks, baby. It's the show now. We're here.
But I'm saying Cooper Rush, the Texans' offensive line is terrible. That sack last week was one of the most pathetic sacks in the history of the NFL.
Stroud got killed in that play. Was that the Jeremy Simmons sack?
Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons.
Excuse me.
Watch the tape on it, and all 5 linemen are blocking one guy, and no one blocks Jeffrey Simmons or the other.
It happens. It was the fastest sack in recorded history, I think they said, something like that.
It was a 3-man rush, and they didn't block 2 of the 3 guys.
It was insane out there.
Pathetic. It's honestly
it's just pathetic. Guys like this.
And I honestly see this game being like 20-10 tops, and it's 40.5 the over/under. I just don't see where the scoring's coming from. Where are the 40 points coming from? Where are these supposed 5 touchdowns coming from in this game, plus 2 extra points or 6 touchdowns? So everyone will look at it. I just don't see how this game gets to an over. And I'm sure it'll wind up being 40-37 or something, but like that's how the game works. But I think more often than not, this will be an under 40.5. So at a -110 line, I don't see how you don't.
If you had to pick the game, though,
I mean, I have to lean Texans. I don't love it. I'm probably holding my nose. Cooper Rush finds a way to win games a lot as a backup.
I was about to say
9-5 for the Cowboys as a backup.
I think this game is a Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry throwback game. I think that under center, none of this Lamar bullshit, blah, 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 which fucks up Henry, as I've talked about at length on this podcast. And we've seen early on in the season, Henry really not getting off at all. I know.
Last year he had like 1,900 yards.
I know. He was amazing last year. But when Lamar's under center and hands the ball off, statistically, it's better for Henry. So I think Cooper Rush, being able to be the more quintessential quarterback, is going to be a Henry 150 2-tud game. Take all his overs. I think this is one of those games where I mean, unless the Baltimore's offensive line can't hold back Daniil Hunter, who's been steaming, and Will Anderson and the Houston front, I don't know. I mean, I think this is going to be a very quintessential Henry show, Mark Andrews, just one of those 150 yards, protect the ball, protect the ball, protect the ball. I really think Baltimore is going to win this game, actually.
I think Derrick Henry runs for like 120 yards at least. He's going to get like 25 attempts minimum.
But I do think like D'Amico Ryans, Anderson, and
Will Anderson, yeah.
Will Anderson. I was thinking of Mario Williams from like 15 years ago.
Classic.
Anderson, Daniil Hunter. Like I just think that Texans have a good defense, and like they're gonna. D'Amico Ryans is gonna make Cooper Rush beat them.
I was just gonna say
like,
that.
He's gonna have 9 in the box. Like he's not gonna. Cause just like we're thinking, just hand the ball to Derrick Henry. You don't think fucking D'Amico Ryans knows that? Like he's not playing for that. I don't know. It's tough. And who knows? Cooper Rush can make some big throws, open it up for Derrick Henry, and then all of a sudden, but I don't know. It's tough. Like I said, if I'm betting, I shouldn't say if I'm betting on this game. I'm betting on this game, and I'm betting the under. It's
there's guys all over this defense for Houston. Even Petrie is a nice player. Stingley Jr., obviously. Al Shire is a nice little linebacker. I know they cut C.J. Gardner-Johnson because they have so much depth right now. They don't even need that loser. I mean, it's just this defense is ferocious.
Yeah, and, but with that being said, though, if you're gonna stack the box against Derrick Henry, he still finds a way to be incredible. He's been doing it year after year. But
you're right. In Tennessee, the box stacks against him all the time.
It still runs for 150 yards.
Exactly. All right, let's keep it moving here. Denver at Philly. Couple stats on the Philadelphia Eagles just to shit on them for a half a second here. 29th in the league in total offense. 31st in the league in passing offense. Hurts averaging 135 yards a game passing. That's fucking brutal. And they're undefeated. I don't even know what to say about this fucking Philadelphia Eagles team. 2 of their games they should have lost, in my opinion. The blocked field goal and then the game against the Cowboys even. I really thought the Cowboys had that game in hand. This Philadelphia team is stinky, and the injury report looks pretty clean. The Kobe Dean will be out on one side. It's pretty clean on both sides, to be honest. Denver, though, played really well last week, again, against not a formidable team, but, the offense looked like they got cooking a little bit more. They have weapons galore on that offense, and also it looked like R.J. Harvey maybe had found a little bit last week.
Have weapons?
Huh?
Do they really have weapons?
I like their weapons personally. Evan Ingram is back off injury. He's going to have another week of health, with the offense finally. He's been banged up like a fuck ton for the last 3 weeks. And, Jermaine's been sitting him on his bench. And then as soon as he gets healthy, Jermaine drops him. Typical Jermaine. Really love that move. Just look at the league. It's crazy. Anyway, RJ Harvey looked good last week. Hotz's boy making that trade look more formidable by the day.
The end of the game, though, I don't.
No. Check his stats. He looked good. Even rushing the ball, he was pretty good.
Yeah, but it was all garbage time. I feel like at the end, his stats came from garbage time. J.K. Dobbins,
I think he was getting mixed in throughout.
He got mixed in.
Obviously, was the prime rusher, but R.J. Harvey's been catching a lot of passes, kind of similar to the Jaden Blue ceiling we were talking about earlier, catch a bunch of passes.
40 yards in the TUD, 14 times rushing it for 58 yards. Just good stats, good.
I just feel I think the touchdown.
Yeah, 14. That's 20 touches.
It's 4.1 a carry.
Yeah.
But I'm saying 14 carries and 4 catches. You said.
Yeah.
18
and a touch.
That's a lot of touches.
Yeah, but how much came
When did the TUD happen in the game?
At end of the game, it was like a garbage time touchdown. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I still like Denver. Sutton is a fucking animal, dude. You just throw the ball on. When Sutton gets inside on you as a corner, you just put it on him, and it's a touchdown every time. You can't stop
That is the weapon. I agree.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's the one I come all the way around on. I never was a Cortland Sutton fan. He's kind of boring. He's good.
That's my guy.
He's not exciting to watch. He doesn't make crazy one-handed catches.
I love Sutton, bro.
Fucking juke people out in space, and he just does everything well.
It, dude. He was under Demarius
Harrison,
his rookie year was under Demarius Thomas. That's his boy, and
He's a silent assassin.
Silent assassin, bro. He reminds me of Marcus Colston a little bit too. The big frame, maybe not as formidable. Marcus Colston's probably a little bit better in terms of peak. Had a better
I don't know. I don't hate it.
But yeah, no, that's kind of always the person I thought about. Just a silent killer, just a guy that's not going to fucking be dancing in the end zone necessarily on you, but like just gets it done week after week, you know?
He's like the quintessential employee. Like the guy shows up and does his job very well and then goes home. Like doesn't,
he hell.
You know,
he doesn't care. Like he's not celebrating like crazy. He's just a good player. But as for the Eagles, I know that you're saying like they could have easily lost 2 games this year, been 2-2.
They find ways to win is the other side.
But they were 2-2 last year and then won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like they actually lost 2 games last year at the beginning. They're a good team. Like I hate them. They're fucking annoying and they're boring to watch. Yeah. But they're a good team. Like there's nothing to say about them. And to get them at a line like, you know, -4.5 at home, again, it's one of those trappier lines. I'd probably take the Broncos with 4.5 points, -118. It's one of those lines. Whenever I see a line that like the regular line doesn't settle at 110, I'm always like skeptical. You know, they're like, "Oh, do you want the Eagles at almost even money -4.5, or do you want the Broncos at +4.5? But you got to lay the 18 points of juice." You know, it's like
I also think Lincoln Financial is another animal. You know, going into that stadium, you know, Bo Nix.
Yeah, but what do you think about, like, those guys are going to be at the Phillies game tonight? Like, are they going to go to the Phillies tonight and then go to the Link tomorrow?
Yeah. Philadelphia, what the? Yeah.
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
I think it's also...
They might go to jail. Trying to kill Ohtani.
Listen, that series is going to be absolutely nails. Should be sick. But, you know, I almost find myself rooting for the Phillies over the fucking Dodgers, but it's crazy at this point.
No, never.
No, yeah.
No. Can't do it. I obviously can't do it. Fuck Philadelphia always, but like, especially for a Mets fan. But you know, I don't know. I hate.
How they get swept. All right, but we keep it moving.
Anyway, I think I'm leaning towards Philadelphia, and then alt it down -2.5. They win by a field goal at home.
Gross.
But I got this. Let's move on. Raiders at the Colts. My favorite game of the week. Colts by 1 million in this game. Brock Bowers is going to play. I think that the Genti game last week was nuts. 3 touchdowns. Crazy game for him. But Kenny Moore is going to be out again with the Achilles. I hate that. I like him a lot when he's in the lineup. He just changes their defense. But Brock Bowers is coming in. Michael Mayer, Casey's boy, both questionable coming into this game. Yeah, remember that whole take, Casey? That was cute. Laporta versus Michael Mayer. Yeah, I love that one. Anyway. Yeah. It's fair. You know, I love this Colts team. Daniel Jones would have had a win last week, in my opinion, if Adonai Mitchell doesn't throw the ball out the back of the end zone. Like, I think they beat themselves last week. That game was really weird. And then they got a holding call on JT's release for the 60-yard touchdown too, also by Adonai Mitchell. Really bad game for him, just a tough one. But this Colts team seems real at this point. Like I think we're at this point, like it's just like they hang in with the Rams, bro, on the road. And they should have won the game, in my opinion. They beat themselves all fucking game. So your guys' thoughts on this? I just feel like the Colts -6.5, that's a friendly line. I like them by a ton. I think that's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Colts. I don't love the Colts. I was looking at the division winner lines, and I saw the Jaguars are like +110, and I was like, that looks pretty good. They're 3-1 right now.
Casey's team this year.
Yeah, the Colts are like +105, and I'm like, yeah.
Jaguars are surprising, man.
But I mean, I don't think Genti's breakout is something that's going to be like a big shocker. He's a monster. If they give him holes, he's going to go off. So
he also leads in broken tackles right now, John. Like he breaks tackles.
I think it's basically all his yards are after contact.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, very few yards before contact because their offensive line has been so bad. He is a monster. It's just at some point you need help from your teammates. In terms of this Colts team, like I do think Daniel Jones is improved, but I also don't think like he's offensive player of the year good like the first 3 weeks.
No, we're off that now. You
know, like we got to bring back our expectations. So I think 7 points is way too much for me to lay with the Colts. I don't know. this game over under 47.5. I lean towards the under. That's a good amount of points. But it's like all these lines, NFL lines are good. They're tough to beat. I don't know.
The one thing I want to talk about in this game is Geno Smith, though. 6 touchdowns, but 7 interceptions on the season. The guy throws picks every game.
And last week was really bad. I think it was.
Last week was really bad. I mean, I can't even believe they even stayed in the game. It was only because of Genty breaking all these tackles. Genty had a 64-yard rushing touchdown. Otherwise, he's averaging 3 yards a carry in that game. I'm pretty sure, like 3.8 yards a carry. But that speaks to the point that he's a monster. Geno is just a guy that turns the rock over, and I hate that. And Daniel Jones is a guy that really doesn't turn the rock over, actually. From early in his career being a fumbleitis guy, he's really turned into a guy that protects the ball. I'm jinxing him probably right now. He's probably going to turn the ball over 3 times this weekend, but Max Crosby being his grill. But Jonathan Taylor averaging 103 yards a carry.
That's what I'm like trying to Jonathan Taylor is the reason why this team has been very good. Like, it opens everything up for Daniel Jones if you have a guy.
Reaction, yep.
Like
72 completion percentage for Daniel Jones right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have a target machine like Pittman. Like, he's also just like a good reception guy. And then you have Warren.
And Mitchell is what we're shitting on him. Like, that catch was sick in traffic there.
Fucking get down the field, and those are great guys for just getting you your 10 to 15, 20-yard catches, and then you have Jonathan Taylor, who's been arguably, he is the offensive player of the year right now.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Sure. Yeah,
he's amazing.
Downs is good. Pierce maybe.
Pierce is out with a concussion.
Oh, it's official now? I thought he was
out. Yeah. I put him on my IR in Dynasty. That's the only reason I know.
This game is a toss-up, though, for me, at least in my opinion.
I think 7 points is a lot to lay.
7 points is a lot of blood. It's a lot of blood. And if Geno happens to play well just randomly, he's like one of those kinds of guys that could just randomly play well.
I think the Raiders fucked up. I think they should have just sat Brock for a few weeks and let him get healthy. I think he's just been playing with a bum knee, and that's why he hasn't really been that efficient.
Yeah.
Not 100%, and I think they should have probably just rested him for at least 2-3 weeks. Let him sit. I mean, like, that's your guy.
When is their bye? Let me look. Their bye is week 8. They could have just sat him to the bye. Like, they only.
I mean, that's 7 games. I don't think.
No. I'm saying like when he got hurt.
He got hurt like week 1.
Well, they could have. I mean, they could have sat him until. No, was it week 1?
It was at week. I think it was week 2, week 1 or week 2. I mean, we're only at week 5 now, and he's been banged up 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, I mean, week 8 is not like.
The problem is that they don't want to catch the ball, Case.
I mean, you have Jacoby Myers. I mean, he's pretty Jacoby Myers been good.
Trey Tucker. Yeah, I mean, when Amari Cooper just retired after just signing with the team, it's probably bad.
He's like, you know what?
Locker room looked at Geno Smith's gray hair and said no.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm
good. I'm all set.
Speaking of Geno Smith, the guy who broke Eli Manning's starting streak with the Giants are at the Saints.
-1.5 for the Saints at home. Nice Tran.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, a trappy line. Why are the books on the Saints here? Is it because the Giants are just
the Saints are going to win this game, honestly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the Giants.
This is the game the Saints win. The Giants still think they had a good game last week against the Chargers. Chargers going all the way across the country, probably taking it light. Still probably had opportunities to win that game, but just kind of played
Dewan Johnson, I think, is going to be out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that really affects my thoughts on it too much.
Taysom Hill might play. That's scary. I hate that.
The Giants win this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically a pick-em. Giants plus 100. Saints -120 on the money line.
Why are the books on the Saints, John? Talk to me about this. After the Giants
because it's the typical, they come off a big win and then it's a letdown game because the Giants aren't, or at least haven't proven yet that they're a good team. Maybe they are a good team with Jackson Dart. Maybe this is real and this is sustainable. But
there was also one game.
Yeah, but also it could just be, he comes in, he shows like.
Yeah, the Madison Beer game, Yeah, whatever her name is.
Just a big, like I said on the podcast last week, it's either going to be one of those games where the Chargers just dominate a rookie quarterback or a rookie quarterback coming in versus Russell Wilson, who everyone hates universally, gives the team a lift in the locker room, and they go on and they have a good performance and they win. But I don't think it's anything you could be like, this is something I can count on going forward. But then again, the Saints fucking suck. But they played the Bills tougher than we thought.
I was about to say, that's the take I have, is that the Saints every week besides basically 1 week, they play fucking hard football.
Yeah.
The Bills, they were hanging around with Josh Allen in that game. It was pissing me off. That's the only reason I know, because I have Josh Allen in 3 leagues at this point. And I'm not kidding you. They were hanging around that whole game. They made Josh Allen work all game.
And I don't think Spencer Rattler, he's bad, but he's not lose every single game you start bad. Like, he's eventually going to get one. And this is a very good at home against a Giants team, like you said, that's unproven at best. I won't even say they're bad, because with Jackson Dart, they looked good, and they beat a good team.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah,
they're
unprotected. You just lost your best player.
You just lost your best player.
Yeah. But now they have not just mid-game time to adjust to Malik Neighbors being out like the Chargers had. Saints have all week to be like, okay, who are we worried about on the outside?
Yeah, exactly.
Slayton and Wandale, Theo Johnson.
I like Wandale with Neighbors, though. You know, like, Neighbors opens everything. You know how it is, John. Like, it's not like it's a Chargers where he's a one.
The Chargers' mistake was they decided to blitz and be aggressive and treat Jackson Dart as if he was as if he was anyone else that they were playing against. And I don't think they played exploitive. Like, I think what the Saints should do is, like, sit back in his zone, make him find the openings.
Also QB spy him all game.
And just keep it in front of you. Like, you know, just like.
Because they were running almost past Jackson Dart, and he would step up in the pocket and then scramble for the first down every time. Like, he was just running.
And also just, like, playing man coverage and getting beaten in slants and things that are quick plays. And it's like, all right, let's just play zone, make them find the hole, dink and dunk, like, bend but don't break, and wait for this kid to make a mistake versus let him be aggressive. Like,
he only threw the ball, I think, for like I think he only threw the ball less than maybe 20 times. He only had 100 and something yards, like 130 yards passing. Like, it really wasn't a formidable, like, offensive game for Jackson Dart, you know, as a thrower in the game. It was like crucial third downs. It was like a Jalen Hurts type of game, actually. It was like when you needed it, he would run with it for a first down. When you needed it, he would run for a first down. When you needed it, it was Cam Scatterbo. Like, you know, like, and that's the X factor I want to talk about.
No, I agree with you, because I do say the bend but don't break, and it wasn't like he was going down the field. But my point being is, like, it was man coverage and it was quick slants.
Yeah, I called it 20 attempts on the dot, John. By the way, it was 20 attempts.
Yeah, it was quick slants. It was quick outs. Like, it was man coverage. Like, just have the guys playing those curl to flat zones. Make him throw it 25 yards down the middle to a tight end and a seam and a cover two. Make him make that tough throw.
Yeah, and the Giants receivers don't get open like that. Like, you know, especially without Malik. Like, Slayton is known to get lost within the corner. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but, like,
within his own mind,
like, make himself available to a quarterback. He's just like a guy that, like, he's okay. Wandale, he's more underneath. He could be your underneath guy. I think Theo Johnson could have a nice game. I really think he's talented. I like him a lot. Cam Scatterbo's got to play out of his mind to win this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet either side, to be fair, if I'm being honest. But
crappy line.
Yeah, weird game.
Weird game.
If you're I guess looking at it, if you're giving me the plus sign next to the Giants, I think I have to take the Giants, like, betting line wise. But I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's one of those dog or pass games for me. I'm taking the underdog, or I'm not betting at all.
All right, let's move on here. I think Volpe almost just hit a home run. Did he get it out? Oh my God, off the top of the wall. Asshole. Dolphins at the Panthers. Fucking barn burner. This is a Panthers special, as we call this. Dogs at home. They are a week-to-week team. 1 week they win 30-0 against Atlanta. The next week they look like shit. They're back again. This is what it is. And Hubbard's out. Everyone's going to think this is over, and then it's the Rico Dowdle show. I'm on the Panthers here. Miami, you know, without Tyreek Hill, any threat of Tyreek Hill, broke his leg in 3 places last week. That was disgusting. I'm on the Panthers all the way here. Dogs at home. I love the Panthers this week. I can't scream it at the top of my lungs more. Tet McMillan, 120 and a tud this week. This is going to be your game, Casey.
That's like your version of my under in the Texans and Ravens.
Yeah, I love I don't know why. I just love the Panthers this week. It's screaming.
No, I like it. I mean, the Dolphins. The Jets did everything they could fucking do to lose that game. That was like the most pathetic effort I've seen from a
momentum fumble.
Yeah, they fumble on the goal line.
13 penalties.
They fumbled to start the second half. Like, it's just brutal. The Dolphins haven't forced any turnovers the entire season. and then the Jets give it to them 3 times. That's as bad as it gets. That's when we talk about the Jets-Cowboys. Why are the Cowboys favorites on the road? It's just because the Jets get in their own fucking way. But back to this game, I can't bet the Dolphins because I truly think they are the worst team in the NFL, like vibes-wise. Now Tyreek Hill out too.
But with Tyreek out, do you think that like helps the vibes? Like you don't have to deal with that drama and all that toxic shit. Like now you just focus on football. You got a chain and you got Waddle, and you kind of don't have to worry about that Tyreek drama nonsense.
Yeah, Darren Waller, how you doing? How's your mother?
Parker Washington gets more involved. Yeah, no,
Parker's on Miami.
Malik Washington
or Jacksonville. Sorry,
yeah, Malik Washington.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a weird game. It's tough. It's kind of very similar to the Saints and the Giants in a way. 2 kind of bad, unproven teams. Maybe take the home team and hold your nose, or maybe
just run away. Yeah, I would run away.
A little more talent.
Yeah,
Saints and Giants, I think, are significantly better than the Panthers and the Dolphins. So.
Wow, interesting. I think the Saints might be in that same category. Maybe just the Giants are a little ahead.
I think the Giants are maybe an inch above those 3 teams. An inch. But at any given point, they all can fade into each other is kind of how
I mean, looking at this game, like the Saints got their asses kicked, like the Panthers got their asses kicked last week. Like
division is
the
always
Dolphins got their asses kicked 2 weeks ago.
Anytime touchdown for Nick Westbrook-Ekine, we're back. Remember last year, Casey, this whole thing with him? I'm telling you right now, this kid is about to go ballistic right now. I'm waiting for it.
I don't even know who he plays for.
He plays for Miami.
The Dolphins, now with Tyreek Hill out.
I'm telling you, dude, it's going to get crazy with this guy. He had like 8 receptions for a touchdown last year with like 20 yards. It's crazy.
Oh, who's scoring fucking Wadio.
Oh, he's doing a penguin dance.
Little Wadio. All right, let's move on. This game sucks. Titans at the Cardinals. Oh, my God. Cardinals minus 7.5. I mean, it's just...
How is that possible?
How is it possible? Another weird line. I'm telling you, the lines all week. I was reading. I was like, what the fuck is all this?
The Titans are bad, though.
I know. It could be the worst team in football.
I mean, the QB said it. He goes, we're fucking ass.
Yeah, no bro ass.
Presser. He goes, I'll be honest with you. We're ass.
I'm going to keep it 100. We're ass. And then the coach is like, he could word it differently. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure he worded it perfectly.
Yeah.
No, it's tough. I don't know. I don't think I could lay 7.5, but the Cardinals are home. Over under 41.5. I could see L'Jarius Sneed seems to be getting less and less interested in playing cornerback. As
less and less interested in playing football.
Yeah. So I could see Marvin Harrison having a big day if he catches the ball. It's just one of those games. There's like too many what ifs for me.
I got to interrupt for a second. I typed to my boy that the Yankees are an adjustment team. They hadn't got shit going on. They were down 2-0 right now. Bases loaded now in the 6th inning. This got a huge Volpe double, 2 walks, and Judge is up. 0 outs, bases loaded. Could get crazy right now. But Yankees are an adjustments team. People sleep, and if you keep it close, come on, Gosman. 3rd time through the lineup, baby. But anyway, back to the slate. Sorry for the interruption for your.
No, you're fine. I mean, the Yankees. The one thing I'll say is like the first series, like even after they lost the first game, it was like, okay, you lost the Crochet game. Like that's the one game.
We talked about it on the pod. Who else is starting on the team?
Yeah, and then Bello and then Early are both in their early 20s. I mean, to be fair, Schlittler is too, but like to have 2 matchups against guys in their early 20s back to back who haven't really proven that they're superstar players, that's a good spot to be in. I could chat about Cardinals and Titans while you guys watch for a second, and then maybe even keep it moving. But yeah, the Titans, I think just with Cam Ward, with Callahan, this is going to be one of those teams that wins 2, maybe 3 games all season. They're really, really bad.
Really bad. He's going to get fired soon.
Like I said, their defense was fighting, but like Snead, they seem to be getting less and less interested, in playing football and fighting out there.
He's banged up too, and he's still like 2nd on the team in targets.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough spot to be in, but I guess maybe bet the under because I just don't see how the Titans really score. It's 41.
Yeah,
I could very easily see 24 to 14.
You still got Jeffrey Simmons in the middle there. I just Titans. It's also on the road though. I think
that's what I'm saying. I don't see where they score, so I take the under.
Yeah, what's the over/under again, John?
41.5.
The real thing I want to see this game is what Marvin Harrison did.
That's what I'm saying. I think Snead is, like I said, is kind of checking out, and I think that Marvin Harrison can definitely kind of take advantage and try to part a team that's really out there kind of throwing.
Also, I feel like they have to throw. Like Benson's gone now. Like you have Michael Carter.
Yeah, all pass catching running backs. I see a lot of check downs from Kyler all game long. Kyler scramble for a touchdown, maybe anytime rushing touchdown for Kyler could be cute here.
Yeah, or just over rushing yards.
Yeah, over rushing yards for Kyler might be nice in your parlay. Good look at that.
Trey, maybe.
Yeah. I kind of like that. This game sucks, though. We can move on, though, whenever you guys are ready. But I'd probably take the Cardinals, maybe alt it down a little bit and just take them, like 3.5, 4, maybe something like that.
I like that. I like that.
3-2, baby. Come on. Oh, my God. 3-2. Come on, baby.
I'm at 2-2 right now.
Oh, you're a little delay on. Sorry about that.
I'm seeing 3-2 also.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Sorry for your program. If you're watching along with us, got the Yankees at the Blue Jays, game 1. In the divisional round. Judge swung at a ball, but it was too close to take. Tough. There you go, Case. See you, kid.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah. Close.
Oof.
You got to fight that, I think, though. That's just too close. Osmond's got that moving fastball, bro. It's nasty.
Striking out with no outs and the bases loaded is bad.
Oh, do you see the strikeout already? I didn't see that.
Oh, sorry.
I just saw
that. Thanks for that.
I saw the foul. I mean, Judge is so good.
No, he was great last series. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
great.
Oh my God, he was great.
He's been bad in fucking postseason games.
He swung at a ball there. That's tough. He literally swung at a ball, but I don't know if you're watching, Don, or if you saw it on your phone, but he just.
No, I saw him. I'm watching it on my phone.
Yeah, no, 2 for 4 against Boston in game 1. Then 0 for 3, then 1. Yeah. 2 for 4, 2 for 4, then 0 for 3 in the closeout game.
Yeah, I mean,
he's an RBI in game 2. Just not. He's bad. It's just.
He wasn't terrible. He wasn't great though.
The hits tonight. He has a hit already.
4 for 11 with 1 RBI. No extra base hits.
I mean, whatever though. There's still fucking only 1 out, bases juiced.
It's just also with 0 outs, you got to put the ball in play. With bases loaded, you got to get a run in as the best player on the team. You got to make it happen.
I mean,
you got to make it happen. I don't care if it's a ball. You got to put back the ball and put it in play.
All right, let's keep this moving though.
Let's go back to the slate here.
The baseball game.
Next game is actually a really juicy game. One of my favorite games of the week. Bucks at Seattle. Just fucking awesome matchup. Evans is out. Bucky Irving is out. DeMarcus Lawrence, Julian Love, and Witherspoon are all out for Seattle. Rashad White show, Chris Godwin show, Baker Mayfield. But, I'm telling you, I love me some Seattle Seahawks. I've been talking about it. I'll keep pounding the pavement on this. I got the Seattle Seahawks winning this. And they just walked in a run because he takes 4 balls because Judge swings at balls. And my boy Belly does not. Let's go, baby. So anyway, back to the game. Seattle -3.5 at home. What I would do here is I would alt that down to -2.5. Slam Seattle. That's my take.
Just for the record, you've said alt everything down in every fucking game this week.
That's my move always. Alting lines is my move always.
I saw something on whatever. And it said the best bet in football is the under in the first half. At 24 or 21, whatever it is, it always hits, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's just betting the unders sucks to watch. It's I hope they punt.
I mean, I don't give a I'm more happy about winning.
Yeah, you want to win the bet, of course. But I'm just saying, it's just
I'll take scoring if I'm getting a couple $100 in my fucking DraftKings account.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I mean, it's just this game. It's tough. Bucks, I feel I like as a team way more than the Seahawks, but the Seahawks do play good defense. I don't know where I'm leaning here. +3.5 is kind of a nice line, but it's -118. It's not that classic -110.
I think Baker's a little banged up also.
Yeah, and their O-line is so banged up, and Obviously, Mike Evans is out. But I don't know. If anything, I'd probably bet the Bucks money line plus 150. I think that's your best bet this game. Risking 100 to win 150. Not a bad.
I just the Bucks without Bucky Irving, I think could be trappy because they are also a downfield passing team, and Ibuka's a stud. And Godwin being back in that lineup, like I could easily see this game being a field goal. And that's why.
And what's the kid from Syracuse, Sean Tucker? Like I feel like he always runs the ball.
He's not bad.
He's actually like a pretty good runner, like between the tackles and stuff. And I think obviously it's like Rashad White, but I can see like Sean Tucker getting a good amount of.
I think it'll be similar to like how
Bucky
it is
and
now.
Rashad.
Like like I don't think it's going to be like. All Rashad White and very little.
Unless Rashad's just cooking up, that's the only way.
No,
he's going to get.
Sean Tucker is definitely going to touch the ball a lot. I think he's
Is Baker hurt?
I'm a Sean Tucker fan from Syracuse. Like I remember him at Syracuse. I'm like, oh, this guy's an NFL player for sure.
I mean, I think he had some big games last year. Like he had some flashes.
Yeah, he did. He did. That's a fact. Because Bucky was out a little bit last year, and so was Rashad. And Tucker had to play like as the main guy, if I remember right. And he had some good games. That's right. Yeah. Is Baker hurt, by the way?
I just saw he's been questionable, but like I don't think anything like
he's gonna play, but that doesn't mean much, to be honest. Like he could be very hurt and play, but that's he is.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Another cool game of the week. Commanders at the Chargers. Chargers off a loss to the Giants, tough loss, -3, favored at home. Jaden Daniels is back, practiced all week. Terry and Noah Brown did not travel with the team. Left tackle Joe Alt is going to be out for this game. Mekhi Becton is trending out as well. That's tough for the Chargers. Debo's off the injury report since Friday. He practiced in full on Friday, so he's a go. It's a cool game.
Daniel's back for sure.
Yeah, certain. Practiced all week. Could have played last week from what I read.
They have lines for him on DraftKings already with like the over/under.
Yeah, he's certain playing. I'll let you guys kick this one off. I got mixed feelings here.
You go, Casey, if you got ideas.
What's the line?
-2.5 for the Chargers at -120, and then over/under 47.5.
37.5? 47. I was like 37. I'm slamming that over. It's actually a really cool game. I mean, Daniels is back, but I don't know, man. Chargers, I feel like they just need to bounce back kind of strong. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I like the Chargers, actually.
All right, I got you. I mean, Chargers -2.5 off of a kind of embarrassing loss going across the country, going back home. I mean, as much of a home field advantage as LA can be, Yeah, I mean, the Commanders are a weird team. We'll see. I think Jaden Daniels back might give them a good lift. I think Luke McCaffrey stepped up pretty well in McLaurin's absence. So I think the best bet in this game is probably the over or maybe the Chargers money line. I don't know. It's a weird game. I think Justin Herbert is going to bounce back, but their offensive line is banged up. No Joe Slater has been gone all year. If the Commanders can dial something up with Dorrance Armstrong and, their old-ass defense, maybe they figure something out, but it's tough. What do you think, Zach?
I kind of like the commies. I'm thinking about it. Like, I think that, Stanton just got overpowered on a 101. Only one run off bases loaded, no outs. That's brutal. I would say that I think they saw the script of how to beat the Chargers last week. Get Herbert off his spot. He pats the ball down a little bit. I think the commies, maybe Krosky Merritt gets a few more touches this week because of the injuries to the receivers. Something's up with the Herbert. Like, this is the same old conversation we've had about Herbert on this podcast before. Like, I like Herbert, and I think he can make all the throws. And when he's on, like that throw that he made to his left in like week 2 for a touchdown to Keenan was disgusting. There are times he flashes that elite, but there are also times where it's just like that interception to Phillips last week to the Giants when he was off his spot. Like, that's an ugly throw. Like, what do you even throw in there? I feel like if you can rattle his cage, he's one of these guys that can get in his own head a little bit, and he's kind of, I don't know. And Jaden Daniels is a gamer, so I think if I'm just picking quarterback versus quarterback is kind of where I've landed here. I kind of like the commies with the points here.
I mean, the point this could be another one of those dog or pass kind of games for me, so I don't hate it at all. I do think that Justin Herbert is like, I don't think the loss because of Justin Herbert last week. He didn't play great, but I think what happened last week was they got punched in the mouth early, and the Giants, for the first time this season, had a chance to kind of unlock the defense they want to play, that is with the lead, put people on third downs, and let these pass rushers pass rush, because Abdul Carter, I think, as good as he's been, has like looked susceptible against the run. Brian Burns has never been great against the run.
Burns is an animal. Pro Bowler this year. He's sicko.
Same with Thibodeau. Obviously, Dexter Lawrence is great against the run, but like when you get a lead with this Giants defense,
Ears
like,
back,
that's
baby.
the recipe. Like, you know, like that's why you invest all that draft picks and all the trade that you got Brian Burns with, like to that defensive line for when you can run the ball, get a lead. Like, so it kind of goes hand in hand now. If the
defense is built to be ahead,
like you said, for them to play off that Giants script, the Commanders are going to have to run the ball well. And I don't know if they have that same necessarily capability.
I think Daniels is going to be a big part of that. Like, again, another all.
But it's also like he's just coming off injury.
Yeah,
it's early in the season. Are we automatically going to like?
I think he is who he is.
Daniels running the ball. You know, like
they said he could have played last week. I think he is who he is. He's fully healthy. I think he's gonna like. He had a full week of practice.
You're not wrong.
That's from what I read that he could have played last week and they just sat him.
Like I said, it's a double-edged sword of like, if he's fully healthy, then you got to let him off the leash. But at the same time, it's like, it's just a long-term strategy for our number 2 overall pick, who we know can throw, like, and be a pocket passer as well as like I get what you're saying. If you use the strategy of like use the read game, let Jaden Daniels run the ball 10 to 15 times, like it might be your best bet. But at the same time, it's like, is it your best bet for this week, but your worst bet for long term? Just to have him susceptible to hits, and I don't know. It's
also Joe Alt and Mekhi Becton being out for Chargers. You know,
and Rashawn Slater's been out all year.
Like, and Slater's been out all year. They're dealing with 3 backups on that offensive line. I hate that for the Chargers, number one. They don't really have great blocking tight ends either between Gadsden and Disley. These guys are not elite. So I'm worried about the pass protection in general. I also would think about what's it called? Like a Debo specialist game. When you talk about the run game, it's not just about Krosky, Merritt, and Daniels. I could see Debo getting into the fold there on some end arounds and some gadget plays too. So and especially in the Charger land, and also the Chargers are not like, it's not like a traditional home field. It's not home and home. They just came from New York, so they're traveling with the Commanders as well in general across the country. So I think that doesn't spell for me either. That's why I also would say,
it's like right after the game versus after like Friday practice. It's a little different.
It's a little different, but I think that they're still doing the adjustment too. Like, where was Washington last week? Where was their game?
In Atlanta, no?
Yeah, you're right. Good call. Good pull. So yeah, they had to go the big travel as well. So, I lean commies, but I think it would not surprise me if the Chargers put it up on them and put a 30 bomb on them, and it's a big time.
No, I think it'll be close.
Lad McConkey game, and
I don't know. Lad McConkey's been kind of irrelevant, but let's keep it moving. We've been on this game for a long time. The last 4:00 game, if I'm not mistaken, is the Lions and the Bengals.
Well, this is the one we can spend the least amount of time.
A matchup of some jungle cats. We talked about, in the group chat, Jermaine was like, is Joe Burrow any good? Like, what is he going to do for his, legacy? And it's like, he might be the best quarterback ever with the way the Bengals have looked without him. Like, they're getting absolutely murdered versus a 2-0 team.
And the fact that Joe survived all these years with this offensive line, well, he didn't really survive, actually, but you get the point that, even the last year, the 8 straight games and what he was doing with this offensive line, he's ridiculous, dude, at this point. Yeah,
he's a pretty amazing player. But, we don't have to spend a ton of time on this. If you want to bet the Bengals.
Lions by 1 million. That's the take.
The Lions seem to cover these games where they're big favorites, and I just don't see the Bengals deep. One, they lost their quarterback, and 2, this team, they hate their owner. He doesn't seem to want to shell out the cash. I just don't see the Bengals defense. I said it last week against the Broncos, that I think the Broncos offense was kind of going to score at will. And obviously you can multiply that with the Lions offense. I can easily see this game being 45-17 or something like that.
Yeah, I like the over a lot. 49.5 is what I have on my side. I love the over. I think a backdoor cover by the Bengals, helping out that line, but the Lions putting up 35 plus is pretty locked up here.
Yeah, I'd
big
agree.
Monty Gibbs game. Could see 3 rushing touchdowns between the two of them. Like, just close your eyes if you're playing against these guys in fantasy. It could be really trouble.
Yeah, I'll probably move that line to 9.5 and parlay that with another big favorite.
Speaking of another big favorite, actually this week, for a Sunday night football game, pretty crazy. You got the Bills and the Patriots. Bills are -8, which is a crazy line to me almost. New England's played some good football. Obviously we love our Jersey Drake on here. Casey's an owner in our 14 team. Hotz has been clamoring about Jersey Drake for a minute.
Yeah, I like Drake May. -8.5 I got here, -105, and then the over-under 49.5, -105 for the under there. I think there'll be some points scored here. The Bills' run defense isn't good, but then again, the Patriots' run offense is questionable. Ramondre Stevenson fumbles. Henderson is good, but Vrabel is one of those old school guys. Like, if you don't pass block, I'm not going to put you in for 20 snaps a game. So
Milano, Cookies, and Ed Oliver should be back, though, to help out that run game. Just to speak
that is a huge help to that, for sure.
Yeah, just want to speak on that. And then Milton Williams on the other side for the Patriots, the big signing from the Eagles. He'll be back this week. Carlton Davis is questionable, might try to go. I saw that.
Kind of like the sneaky under here, 49.5.
I do like the under here, maybe.
17.
The Bills played with their food last week against the fucking Saints. I got to imagine Vrabel's defense will still give them fits. Big Josh Allen, again, over on the rushing yards. Another quarterback. My 3 quarterbacks of the week, maybe if you want to parlay this on the over on the rushing yards, Kyler, Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen. I like all of them for their over on rushing yards. And James Cook's been a beast. We have to talk about that for half a second here. This guy is fucking animal. Maybe RB2, RB3 in the league right now. Just sicko. So I lean towards the Bills. Covering, though, if you're playing with the line, I would probably fade this. But if you're just taking
the under a lot, the more I think about it. Like, this game, 28-21 is a cover for the under.
One thing I'll say, John, we've talked about this, though. The nationally televised games, the overs, a lot of times the points get there.
Maybe Casey's first half under then.
Yeah.
Under 24 in the first half.
Yeah. I kind of like that more. Diggs anytime touchdown against his former team, just to throw that out there.
I mean, yeah, a little revenge game.
Yeah, under 24.5. But then again, I could also see it being 21-7 at the end of the fucking first quarter.
Just want to speak on this, by the way, another revenge game this week. Vic Fangio defense on Philly versus his former team in Denver, where he had a flame out as the head coach, if I'm not mistaken, and that was a huge debacle. Could see that Philly defense really getting after it this week against Denver too. There's something to note there. Another revenge game that I noted in my head that I wanted to mention when you just said revenge game. It prompted me, so just going back to that for a second as well. All right, and then moving on.
Buffalo or in New England?
That's in Buffalo.
In Buffalo, yeah. The spread wouldn't be 8.5 in.
Yeah, Drake May legacy game though also on the line here. Could see some sick shit from Drake May here.
I mean, it's young to be a legacy game. It's only week.
I'm just saying, against the Bills, the people are touting them Super Bowl team, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Drake May has the same agency as Josh Allen. They've been talking about it all week in the media, being friends off the field, whatever, or knowing each other a little bit. Could be the young, hungry kid, one of those types of games. Maybe. It'd be cool games.
Maybe. I don't know. It's tough. I wouldn't bet a spread. I would probably mess around with the over-under on that game. Probably take the under.
Last game of the week, no injuries to report in this game. Clean sheet. Chiefs at the Jaguars. Chiefs maybe turned a corner last week with having Worthy back. I still am, nervous about them, but I like them on the road, actually. I think that's the main thing I would say here is that Trevor Lawrence at home, it's interesting. This is crazy. Trevor Lawrence in a primetime game at home, you can count the amount of times you've seen that for the record. But I don't know if I trust this Jags team just yet, Casey. I'm sorry.
I don't trust them at all. They fucking stink. But
They're 3-1 though.
I know, but it's just been like so ugly. I mean, Brian
They're
Thomas.
also home dogs in this game.
I mean, Brian Thomas hasn't even really been relevant. Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked good. I mean, like the only really like good thing on the team has been like
the run game.
Etienne.
And the defense has been excellent too. They had 9 turnovers all of last year. They had 9 turnovers for the first 3 games. I think they had another 2 or 3 last game.
Yeah, Eric Armstead, 2.5 sacks on the year. Yeah. You know. Smoot Lewis is sick. They're both sick. I
mean, Mahomes has kind of been
Alukan at linebacker is a sicko.
It's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes. He's also looking really good. He's looking like old Patrick Mahomes.
That was another. When I was looking at the divisions, I saw the Chiefs plus 150. I definitely was thinking about putting a bet in.
It's also Baltimore is fucking bad, and like the Chiefs throwing 4 touchdowns on Baltimore is just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would so fool's gold here, bro.
I like the Chiefs, but if the Jags win, then I think you can say that the Jags are like
book it for that division, maybe, or at least a wild card. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jags win. They're 4-1. I mean, they're in a good spot.
Put it down
if the Colts lose.
So, I think that the Jags to me are like one of these teams that like it's like week to week with them still. It's like week to week. What have been their matchups? Who have they played this year so far? I just want to look at this for a second.
I don't think anybody that good.
Carolina, Cincinnati, Houston, and at San Francisco, their most impressive win.
And they lost to the Jaguars.
No,
the Jaguars lost to the
Bengals. Against Cincinnati. Lost to Cincinnati.
That was the first Jake Browning game, I think, right?
Yeah, the Joe Burrow out. Jake Browning came in and threw the game-winning touchdown with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and Jamar had like 150 yards. And
I gotta
go. That game, crazy fumble at the end of that game.
If I'm thinking the Chiefs are going to eventually win the division and they're 1-3 now, they virtually have to win this.
No, they're 2-2.
They're 2-2 now. Yeah, they beat the Giants. That's right. So
that's right.
They could still lose this game. It's tough. Tough spot.
Brian Thomas, though, is the real question. What's going on over there?
I've been talking about this with Hotz on the podcast about Trevor Lawrence and the way he targets receivers and how he plays.
Well, Brian Thomas also, I think, for 2 of those games, his hand and his wrist were clearly hurt. Like he's a little. You could see the way he was going after balls. He was favoring it and trying not. So if he gets healthier, I think things can change up quick. I still think he's super talented. I'm hoping it's just a physical thing versus a mental thing, because if he's going through something mentally, that could linger. I think you'll get physically healthy, over time. So we'll see, though. I mean, obviously, he's getting to the benefit of the doubt point is running up with him. He's going to have to start turning it on sooner than later.
Also, Travis Hunter stink.
Yeah, it's Travis Hunter. I mean, he was supposed to change the way we watch.
Fumbled last week, right? Is that right?
Football looks exactly the same to me. I mean, he did get fucked on a bad call the one game. I think it was against the Bengals, where he was playing defense and played a great defensive play, and they called it pass interference. That was bullshit. But I mean, he's got. I think I've been saying it since the beginning. Maybe we'd have to run back to Bob to say, but like, you got to pick a side. It's the NFL.
I agree.
You can't fucking do both. It's not going to work.
I'm curious to see is like how long he's going to be like fairly unproductive on offense that you just make the switch and just make him
corner. Yeah.
I'm corner,
Or make him a full-time wide receiver. Stop giving him too much on his plate.
I feel like he's basically almost at like a full-time receiver. I feel like they pulled him off the defense last week and he's basically just been on offense, I think, for like the second half or whatever it was. But
yeah, maybe you know better than me. I know he's been doing both, at least a little bit. But it's like
more offense than defense.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. But I think like physically, you think about the demand, and then I'm like just mentally at the NFL level, how much the playbooks expand on both sides of the ball from college. Where college, we're running a lot of plays off of the same kind of concept. Where it's like, oh, we're running this, we're running this, we're running this, and this plays off of this, this plays off of this. Whereas the NFL, it's like, oh, we're in a completely different formation, we're in a completely different set, completely different personnel, like on a play-to-play basis where, I don't know, it's just overloading. That also could be something that by year 2 you could catch up, but then again, you're relying on being in the same system with the same coordinators, same coaches, which is so volatile.
I think the Chiefs also are just feeling good. I think they're feeling good. I think that they feel like Rasheed's coming back. Their Xavier Worthy added an element last week. I think they're just feeling good and being able to go on the road and kind of play with house's money in a sense because they're not at home. They can just be the fucking enemy. I think they kind of thrive in that position. So I would lean towards the Chiefs in this game for sure.
Yeah,
Jags basically have everything to lose in this game is the way I would also.
I wish it was -2.5. But
yeah. Again, alt the line. How you doing, Casey?
I mean,
All right.
one thing I'll give Jermaine his props on. Xavier Worthy is a good football player.
Yeah, he's a good football player. He's just not better than Ibuka. Anyway, moving on. I'll take my $20 anytime you're ready, kid. All right, let's get to the Hotz corner here. You hear the music. Get your coffee glass. Get coffee cups. Get yourself maybe a Stanley if you need one.
Stanley's hella gay.
Listen, you keep saying everything's gay, but a black Stanley is pretty fire.
Gay?
Only fucking chicks drink out of a Stanley.
I'm still a plastic water bottle.
Only chicks in a hospital drink out of a Stanley.
Get a Yeti like a man.
I'm still
I
a
have that too. How about a
plastic
Yeti and a
water
Stanley?
bottle boy. Kill the earth quick.
All right, let's get to it. This is for both of you. So Casey being a Yankee fan, Hotz being a Met fan. Who's your favorite Met or Yankee pitcher that's not mainstream, but was like your guy, so to speak?
Jabba Chamberlain, because everyone said I look like him.
I love that. That's a great answer.
I was a big. I don't know. He's pretty mainstream. I guess Al Leiter is my guy. Mike
Too mainstream, John. Come on.
Mike Hampton.
That's a better one. I like that. The hitting
Rick
pitcher.
Reed.
Hitting pitcher galore.
Rick Reed.
All right,
good.
so this is one for each of you again. Cowboys and Giants. George Pickens or Terry Glenn. And then for Casey, Amani Toomer or Victor Cruz.
Give me George Pickens. Terry Glenn, I think, was more a Packer and Patriot than he ever was a Cowboy.
I like Cruz.
Who is this for both of you? Can have your own answers. Who is the Baker Mayfield of this season? In parentheses, what I wrote is essentially someone that will get a contract to play for another team as a starter.
Who's the Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield is the Baker Mayfield.
You know what I mean.
I feel like there's like virtually nobody. Like Gino got his deal in Las Vegas.
Think of a guy. Who's the guy that has the best chance of anybody?
It's too early in the season. Everyone is just going back to their own teams. Like
I don't know who's like playing on like a 1-year deal right now. I feel.
Yeah. I don't think.
I have a thought. I have a couple names in my head. I could throw some names, but
Go ahead.
think about guys that are starting right now in place of other guys that maybe another team will end up signing to be their starter. Maybe.
No one.
Yeah, I'm not really necessarily sure. I mean, like Michael Penix. I mean, like.
No, I'm thinking more like a Carson Wentz, Mac Jones,
I don't
Jake
think
Brown.
those guys are starting anywhere though. Like I don't think.
I'm saying Baker got a contract to go to Tampa after he flamed out in Carolina behind Sam Darnold, that whole debacle, right? That's more what my vibe is.
Yeah, I don't really think it's way too soon to say. Mac Jones, I guess, would be the best example, but it's still really early.
Book's still out, you're saying?
Yeah, I would say no one.
You had to pick somebody.
Fucking Marcus Mariota. I mean, like.
There we go.
Well,
all right, cool. I'm riding.
I think everyone you mentioned is a backup quarterback. No.
Yeah, and I think I think all of those guys are gonna
stay. I think Baker Mayfield isn't a good comparison because a lot of people were like, "What the fuck is Cleveland doing when they got rid of Baker Mayfield?
True.
What the fuck are the Panthers doing?" I don't think everyone was anti the organization when those people flamed out.
And in Carolina, that whole thing was, "What the fuck are you doing?" Also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everyone was anti the organization. No one was like anti the player.
I mean, the only thing that I could potentially think of is if
Baker Mayfield literally started for the Rams 3 days later after leaving.
True, and he threw that game-winning touchdown to what's his name, Dan? Was that
Skoranek.
If Bryce Young continues to stink, then maybe I guess you can see them pivoting away from him and signing a guy like Mac.
Yeah.
One of those guys, but at that point they're going to be so bad.
They got Red Rocket, so I don't know if you even need to do that.
Red Rocket. I mean, at that point, you could probably just draft a quarterback.
No, and also, I guess you could say, Tanner McKee on the Eagles got a lot of hype in the preseason. I don't know, but it's, very, it's a weird question.
Speaking of the Eagles, most painful fan base, Eagles, Cowboys, Yankees, Lakers.
I think the Eagles are kind of shitty fans, but
Philly, I think, is just ultimate scum and rhyme.
Yeah, they're pretty bad people.
All right, and for the last question in the Hotz Corner, best TV series that's not on HBO, Netflix, Showtime, or Apple?
What am I watching? Fucking stick figures? Like,
Nah, no, there's like Peacock
That's
series.
what I'm talking about right now. Come on, give
I
me
like
something.
I like Twisted Metal on Peacock, but there's a lot of nostalgia from the video game when I was younger.
Ice Ball.
what were the options?
No
Twisted
HBO,
Metal.
no Netflix, no Showtime, no Apple,
No Showtime, no Apple, no HBO.
and no Netflix.
Paramount Plus has like Tulsa King.
Also, like you think of like
What's it? The one with Jeremy Renner's pretty good.
the American History
Mayor
Channel
of
also had
Kingstown.
Shogun. Shogun was a show I thought of when I made this
Oh,
question.
Hulu. Yeah, I guess Hulu and FX.
Or just like some of the old FX shows, like The Shield was actually.
yeah.
Now we're talking. Yeah, that's the kind of
I
answer.
thought you were
I'm
gonna go nip tuck
yeah.
there. I thought you were gonna go nip tuck there when you said.
Nip Tuck is a sick show too. That was with Courtney
Very
Cox, right?
Huh?
No, I don't
Courtney
think
Cox in
Courtney
Nip
Cox
Tuck?
was in Nip Tuck.
No, Nip
No.
Tuck was the dude.
He was the plastic surgeon.
Oh yeah. That's a different show. Same channel though. She was on a different show though. On
All FX. FX put out some really good shows.
Yeah, I mean FX. If you can include like Archer,
Yeah.
Archer,
Amazon Prime has good shows. Fallout with
Fallout.
Lucy-
Fallout
Howard
has a
Purnell.
game too. Fallout became a video game too. Yeah,
No, Fallout was a video game that became a show.
it became a show. Yeah. I knew it was like one way or the other.
Same
Yeah,
as Twisted Metal, I guess.
I like
yeah,
the boys.
true.
I like the
Twisted Metal's
boys
is
and
janky.
The Boys, yeah. Amazon Prime is The Wilds on Amazon Prime is really, really good. It's only 2 seasons, but the first season is excellent. The second season is okay.
See, at first, on face value, this question seems crazy, but actually, when you think about it, it's got some crazy
No,
answers.
there's a lot of good shows on Amazon Prime and Peacock and Paramount Plus if you dig into
FX
it.
and shit.
Careers,
All right,
right?
let's get to the quiz here. This quiz is not easy. There are 14.
Notice we didn't say any network shows like Lost or
Yeah, that's true.
They're all on. They're like all on Netflix. Though,
Walking
so
Dead.
like,
Walking Dead.
You know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is those are like Netflix originals, or if they're on Netflix, they're out.
No. I don't like the idea of like the inheritance. I'm talking about the original where it was
Oh,
originally.
okay.
I'd give The Walking Dead out. You know, that's good.
Yeah,
Walking Dead. Yeah, that's AMC. So is Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, I think, is.
yeah. Breaking
Bad,
Bad.
another
Yeah, and Breaking Bad is the best one. Yeah,
I agree. All right, 14 teams between the NFL and the MLB have won their World Series or the Super Bowl as the wild card team. Okay.
Okay.
One of these teams in baseball did it twice. That's just
The
one through one.
Marlins.
Correct. So we'll just get them eliminated.
The Marlins did it twice.
Guesses galore.
Okay, wild card teams to win the Super Bowl. The Giants won the Super Bowl as a wild card team. The New
Correct.
York Giants. Who else? All right. Casey, you got anything, or you want me to just go off?
Not the Cubs, Chicago Cubs.
Nah, they won
Won
their
their
division
division.
that year.
Yeah. The
Good
wild
guess,
card teams to win the World Series. The Texas Rangers,
Correct. 2023. They were a wild card team.
because it was the Diamondbacks and the Rangers were both wild card teams.
That's right.
All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 at 14 right now.
Correct. Because you count the Marlins. Well, no, because I counted. It would be 15 with there. So it's
Okay.
You know
so
what I'm
the
saying?
Marlins
Yeah,
only count once. Okay.
Yeah.
The Oakland Athletics.
no.
Oh, okay. The Reds.
No. They won the division too.
The Phillies.
The Phillies. No.
Oh wow. All right. The Red Sox.
Yeah, correct. What year is that? You have the year?
Oh, I don't know the year now. 2004.
Yeah, it's correct.
I
you do
guess
know the
I
year.
do have the year after all.
Yeah, I was about to say.
The Cardinals.
Correct. If you remember the year, that would be cool. Throw a guess.
08.
Too early. A couple more.
10.
11. Yeah, 10 to 11. Yep.
All right. So now I have 5.
11 actually. Never mind. Not football. 11.
I have 5. All right. Let me go back.
Any
to
guesses
football.
over there, Casey, in football? There's multiple teams in the 2000s that have done it besides the
No,
Giants.
football. I'm thinking now. Ravens and Steelers both come to mind.
Ravens, yes. Do you know the year?
The Ravens is the year with Flacco. Not
No,
the year.
they won their division that year actually.
Oh, so the year was. No, they couldn't have won it because they won the last 4 games in a row to finish like 10-6 or 9-7 that year.
No, I think from what I looked up, let me see.
I'll double check it right now. I'll audit you, but Flacco Super Bowl year. That year, checking it out.
2013.
I'm pretty sure
They were 10-6 that year. I know that. They won the division at 10-6.
Yeah, I'm pretty. No, they after going 12-4 with the AFC Championship game the year before and losing to the Patriots. Blah 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 blah. Super Bowl.
The Yankees are cooked.
Yeah, Weaver's blowing the game right now.
Yeah, man on first and third, bottom and seventh.
2012 playoff NFL.
2013 divisional standings. I got it right here. Hang on.
Baltimore was the 4 seed. They won their division. Cincinnati and Indianapolis were the 2 wild card teams that year.
Oh yeah, they won it at 10-6. The Bengals were 10-6 too, but
My notes were correct. So,
all right.
But I gave you a hint that they were a wild card team when they won it, though. Sadly.
All right. So, but yeah, the Ravens when they beat the Giants in 01 then or whatever.
You got it in 2000. That's correct.
No, I know the other year they won. I knew that they were like 6-6 that year. They won their last 4 games.
Yeah, they ended up winning that division. Yeah,
because they had to play to Ray Rice against the Chargers on 4th and 15, and Flacco just like checked it down, and he got.
Yeah, and he got that first. I remember that. Yep. Ray Rice broke like 3 tackles on that play.
Yeah. All right, and then
elevator.
Okay, the Steelers. No, the Steelers.
Correct.
Okay. The Steelers.
Got the year on that?
I guess it's either
early O's.
06?
Close. Yeah, 05 to 06. Yeah, 05.
Yeah, so the 06 Super Bowl.
Yeah, 06 Super Bowl. Yep.
All right. The Steelers.
There's 2 more football teams in the 2000s after the Giants that have done it. I keep trying to get those. Let's see if Casey can get those.
Probably not.
Think about who's won the Super Bowl after the Giants in 08. 2 of those teams. One of them is so cheeky that you would never think it, and it happened within the last 7 years. Crazy one that you would never think it.
I got some guesses if Casey's stumped.
John, work on the baseball ones, John.
All right.
All the baseball ones are post Marlins.
In the last 7 years, team that won the Super Bowl?
All post 1997 Marlins.
The Chiefs. I thought that was the cheeky one. All right. For football, I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Correct. And you have the year there?
Yeah, when they beat Cam Newton in 2015?
No. They won the division that year.
Oh, so then it's old school.
Yeah,
97?
Yep, correct. Nice.
And then there's
an early one. The football one that you're not going to get is really tough. It's early. It's like it's post 1979.
So it's around 1980? Like, Raiders?
Correct. 1980. Raiders. That's sick. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then there's one more football team total?
There's 2 more football.
All right.
And they're both after 2009.
I want to say the Rams.
No.
Oh, all right.
Cardinals?
No, they never won a Super Bowl.
They lost to the Steelers.
The Rams? No, right? We said the Rams?
No. They won the division.
The Patriots.
Nope.
I thought it was a cheeky one.
One of them is super cheeky, though. Fact. The other one is like one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Was on the team.
The Colts.
No.
The Packers. No, they were 15-1.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, so it's Favre Packers in 95?
No. 2010 Packers.
With Rodgers? I thought they won for 15-1 for some reason. I must have mixed up my years.
And then the last one is after 2018. Is your clue? Is a wild card team that won the Super Bowl. Crazy. Makes no sense. You would think that this team was
it's not the Chiefs. It's not the Patriots. It's not the Eagles. It's not the Rams.
So it was that one team. It was you're right around it. Oh my God.
I'm thinking.
COVID.
COVID year. Who won the Super Bowl? The Rams beat the Bengals. I thought the COVID year.
Nah, there were fans in the stands for that.
Rams beat the Bengals. Who won the fucking Super Bowl? Why am I blanking right now?
No idea. I'm
The
not.
quarterback played for a different team, and I think this was his first year with the team when they won it.
The fucking Rams. I keep saying the Rams. Fucking Matt Stafford.
No.
Who the fuck
I have no
won
idea.
the Super Bowl?
You do, but you're not gonna let it.
No, I'm just blanking.
You know who won the Super Bowl recently? Besides the Rams, besides
All right.
the Eagles.
Last year was the Eagles.
Yep.
Chiefs.
Yep.
Rams.
Yep.
Chiefs.
No.
I thought the Chiefs won 3 out of 4.
They didn't
The
win it.
Bucks. It's the Bucks. It's the Bucks.
That's it.
That's it. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, as a wild card, won the Super Bowl in 2020. That's correct.
Yeah, the Packers choked that year.
All right, so here are the years for you in baseball that you're missing. 2002, 2014, 2019.
Diamondbacks.
I'm sorry?
Diamondbacks.
No.
2001 was the Diamondbacks then, so 2002 was the Angels.
Correct. Mike Scioscia in the bitch.
And then what's the other year?
2014, 2019.
2019.
Wild card.
2014, the Royals lost to the. Who did the Royals lose to in 2014? Because they beat the Mets in 2015.
Padres or Giants?
Correct. Giants.
Giants. Good call. Good call, Casey.
Yep. Well,
Giants.
Bay, baby. And then 2019, last one.
2019. So the year before the Dodgers COVID won, the Braves. No, that was after. That was the year after.
Did the Guardians pull one?
No, they've never won a World Series.
No,
And
Hotz
that's
on the right side. Hotz on the correct side. The NL side is right.
Yeah, it's the team that won it before the Dodgers won it. COVID year. 2019. Hang on, give me a second.
One of their pitchers is a what if story.
Give me a second. 2019 NL Dodgers. Giants.
It's right under your nose. It's fun.
Yeah, no. Cardinals again, but I already said the Cardinals and you gave it to me.
Damn, this quiz turned out to be better than I thought.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. Like, you don't, by the time in the playoffs, you don't fucking think about it.
Look at John's hair right now. That's a thinker. That's an Einstein right there. My man's Einstein in this right now.
I can't think of who won the fucking World Series before the Dodgers in 2020. I'm fucking
One of the pitchers who's a what if story is initials SS.
Oh, the fucking Nationals. Yeah.
There you go.
Steven Strasburg.
Steven Strasburg. So just
I
to
knew
review,
the Nationals beat. Fuck yeah.
these are all the wild card teams that have won the Super Bowl or the World Series. Here are the review: 1980 Oakland Raiders, 1997 Denver Broncos, 2000 Baltimore Ravens, 2005 Pittsburgh Steelers, 2007 Men, 2010 Green Bay Packers, 2020 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Nah, you were like one team won twice, and I said the Marlins right away. So
Yeah, one team won twice in baseball. Marlins, 1997, 2003. Anaheim Angels, 2002. Shout out to Mike Scioscia. Boston Red Sox, fuck you, 2004. St. Louis Cardinals, 2011. San Francisco Giants, 2014. Good poll case. Washington Nationals, 2019. Texas Rangers, 2023.
That was a good poll, Casey. I was like, who beat the fucking Royals? Because they won the next year against the Mets.
Six staff too. Tim Lincecum and such. And then go to the quiz. Who's your favorite Met Yankee pitcher that's not like mainstream? Casey goes Jabba Chamberlain. Hotz gave me a nice name there. I like Mike Hampton. Nice hitting pitcher.
Yeah, he was a stud.
You don't look like Jabba Chamberlain, by the way. He's much uglier. George Pickens or Terry Glenn, Amani Toomer or Victor Cruz. Hotz went with George Pickens. Casey goes with Victor Cruz. Surprising. I would probably lean Toomer for my blood, but maybe more top-heavy years by Victor Cruz. But Amani Toomer, great Giant.
I mean, both great Giants, but I think Victor Cruz did more.
Both have Super
I think
Bowl
Amani Toomer had like 1,000 catches with the Giants. So
yeah, and my Toomer also had a Super Bowl championship with the Giants too. So
I think Cruz didn't Cruz have one also?
Yeah, he got the 11 team. Toomer had the 8. That's why I like
I just think Terry Glenn's like.
I thought he had great years with the Cowboys too. Some good years.
He had some good years with the Cowboys, but I do think his he went to the
because they're both. Pickens is also early with the Cowboys too. He's more known for the Steelers. That was kind of the thought behind that. Anyway, who's your Baker Mayfield of the season? Probably my most flame out question. I was thinking like you guys would say Mac Jones actually.
I don't know. He looks all right, but I think it's very again, it's too early to say. Even him is saying like, I'm still Brock's backup.
I think he just fits great into Kyle Shanahan's scheme. I think he's great for
fair. And then most painful fan base: Lakers, Cowboys, Yankees, Eagles. I think we all agree the Eagles can go fuck themselves. As soon as they brought out Sean Taylor's fucking casket at that game and put his jersey over a casket at a fucking tailgate.
They fucking cheered when Michael Irvin went off on a stretcher. They're just bad guys.
Bad people. Hotz it first, living in Pennsylvania. Best TV series not on HBO, Netflix, Showtime, or Apple. Twisted Metal.
Casey found it at Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, Twisted Metal, The Shield. Good shouts.
Walking
Dead.
Fallout's really good. Ella Purnell is one of my favorite actresses right now. She's young. She's really talented. She's also on Yellow Jackets. She's really good.
First fucking show I've ever seen in my entire life.
Nah, the first season was really good. The second season was bad.
I never
the third
seen
season I couldn't finish.
Yellow Jackets, I think, is probably one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
Nah, Ella Purnell is awesome, dude. She's so good. She's Jackie on it. She's like the pretty girl. She's so good. And she's great in Fallout, too. Ella Purnell's a good actress. First season of Yellow Jackets was very good.
I think you're about to lose by 100.
I watched Yellow Jackets with fucking my ex, and we were like, "This is the worst fucking show ever."
Yeah,
we watched the whole fucking thing. We were waiting for something good to happen, and it should just never happen.
I don't know, bro. She has like a miscarriage, like a fucking stillborn baby in the fucking woods. It was pretty crazy, fucking intense show. She's talking to the corpse of her friend. That's wild shit. But to be fair, I like stranded on an island, like Lord of the Flies esque. I like that stuff. That's up my alley.
Lord of the Flies is cool. Great book. Legend. Classic.
Yeah,
Casey looks that's Big Trouble. Oh my. Okay. Bases clearing double in progress right now for the Blue Jays. Oh my
God. Those were chop.
Yeah, big chop. Huge hit. By the way, Blue Jays have a bunch of Yankee killers on this team that they've accumulated. Santander, Jimenez from Orioles, and fucking the Cleveland Guardians. Fucking, you got Vlad who kills us. You got Springer who kills us.
Boo fucking who. Fucking, I don't want to hear it. Move on.
It's like John's a Mets fan. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend, boys. Enjoy the slate. I still got my parlay for my rushing quarterbacks. And Hotz have fun at the Cowboy game.
There's a name for that, like running scared or something. Running scared parlay or something.
Hell yeah. But Cowboy game should be fun, bro. Hopefully they dominate for your sake.
Yeah, shout out to Rob. Eddie will be there.
Oh, shit.
Good. Have fun. And
Rob just called me, actually. I got to call him back. Peace out.
He called me, too. He's calling all of us right now. He's probably driving.
Thanks, Case.
All right, yo. Thanks for coming on, Case.
Thanks for coming on, Case.
Hell yeah. You're good, boys.
Peace.